G'day folks, it's Tony here from LinkDaddy. In this video, I wanted to talk about how to increase the domain authority of your website by using a service called the Domain Power Booster. Now, I've been building backlinks for people since 2015, and over the years I noticed that people were having trouble in trying to rank their websites, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that the website that they had didn't actually have a lot of authority. Now, a website, of course, needs backlinks. It needs different types of backlinks. And of course, when you can increase the authority of your website, Google looks at this more favorably. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a roofing company and you're operating in Clearwater in Florida. Well, maybe there's 200 or 300 roofers in that area, okay? And when someone goes to Google and types in roof repair Clearwater, Google's going to look at all of the 300 companies in that area, and it has to decide, well, out of all the 300 roofing companies, which ones should we put on page 1? Which ones have the most relevance? Well, one could assume if there's 300 roofing companies, they've probably all got roofing content on their websites. So, if everybody's got the same type of website talking about different types of roofing services, then Google has to look at different things like the number of backlinks, how much authority the site has, this type of thing. So typically I get websites where there's 0.6 or 1 or 5 or 10. And now I use a software program called Ahrefs. It looks at what's called the domain rating. Other sites like Moz they have something called domain authority. I think SEMrush has something different again. But essentially what I use is Ahrefs because I find that to be the most reliable, and they have a lot of resources. So what we do is we go and create a Google account, we profile that Google account, and then manually we go and create accounts on high domain authority sites, profiles, blogs, this type of thing. As I've listed here, sites like MySpace, GoDaddy sites, Strikingly, Weebly, Blogger, over 100 different high authority sites, blogs, profiles, this type of thing, and they're all DoFollow. And I've been doing this for a while, so I know which sites are good and which sites are not good, and I know which sites will actually stick. There's a lot of services out there like on Fiverr and different places where they use Google redirects, which artificially inflates the domain rating or the domain authority, and then you end up losing all of those links. Okay, and these people who are selling these services are just making fast money. They get those links indexed on blogs and then they remove all of that, about a week or so later, ready for the next customer. So those links don't last, and so you think that you've got good domain rating, and then of course it drops off. So what I do is I actually create accounts on proper sites, and where it's a blog, we actually create a blog article with a link back to your website. If it's a profile, well, then there's not a lot of content that we can use. But we've selected these sites because of their stickability. Okay? So you would order this gig. You would click on Add Service. You pay for it. You're going to submit your order details here. So what we're going to need is your website that you want to boost, and around about 10 to 20 keywords. You'd want to fill out this order form correctly because that helps with good communication. If we know who we're working with, this all comes into ClickUp, and we'll send you a share link. Basically, when we create the accounts, we allow up to 7 days to create all the accounts, and once the accounts are created, we're then going to backlink all of those accounts with niche relevant blogs. Okay, this is why this gig is so powerful. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to link out to the public sheet. So all the links that we create, we put on a public sheet, a public Google sheet. We actually link to that sheet, and we're also linking to all of the URLs that we've created with niche relevant blogs. Now we have a private sheet with all of the logins. So, if you request it, we can actually send you the private sheet. You'll need to give us a good email, and we can add you to that private sheet. And if you want to, you can then, go into those accounts. You can edit something, or you could add additional pages if it's a blog or something like that. So, basically you'd come here to add service. I'm not actually logged into my account at the moment, so you'd view the cart, and then you would proceed to checkout. And when you register your account, the information will be saved, so you don't have to fill this information out every single time. And then you can pay using PayPal or your credit card through Stripe. Okay. Now, I get a lot of customers ordering this gig. A lot of guys that are, working on sites for clients, or they're, they've got rank and rent sites. This is a very, very powerful service. And of course, this video is going to change because I'm doing the video for this service right now. But, if you've got a website or you've got a client's website, you're going to want to order the Domain Power Booster, because it is going to power up your domain. It's going to be, if your domain rating is like 1 or 2 or 10 or 15 or less than 20, by the time we've finished in about 30 days, it will be 30 plus, okay? And I basically guarantee that. So, if you order this gig and if your domain rating isn't 30 plus in 30 days, I'll either refund your money or we'll do the work again until it is 30 plus. I put my money where my mouth is, basically. So you can do this risk-free. And the other thing that you may want to consider is, this is a great way to get in the door to a client. Now, I charge $347, but you could go to businesses and you could explain to them, look, the reason why you're on page 2 or page 3 is you just don't have enough authority. We need to increase the authority, and then we need to start adding some more backlinks to your website. Now, to prove that I know what I'm doing, I want to charge you $500. And I'm going to basically guarantee it. So I'm going to take your domain rating. As you can see here, Mr. Client, it's like 1 or 2, and by the time I finish my work, it's going to be 30 or higher. Now, if it isn't, I'll refund you $500. So what's going to happen is you'll give us the work for $347. We'll send you the spreadsheet. There'll be a before shot of what the domain rating was before we started, and then in 30 days we will actually update that sheet with the domain rating. And so you'll be able to show your client, hey, look, this is what it was like when we started, and this is what it is now. Now, even if they don't really fully understand what it is that you did, the fact that they can see that it was 1 and now it's 30, it automatically gives you some credibility, because you delivered what you promised. You promised that you would increase the domain rating, that you would increase the authority of the website, and you did. So when they see that, probably the next question that they're going to ask is, what else can you do for me? So this is a great way to get in the door. It's a great way to prove to a client or a potential client that you can help them. Okay. Now, just to give you some proof, I made a post in my Facebook group, and you can see here, here's a domain that was 5, and here it is, it's 30 in 30 days. Here's another domain 1.4, it's 30. Here's another domain 3.4, here it's 32. 1.6, 30, 6, 30. This domain didn't even have any links, didn't have any backlinks. It actually had no domain rating whatsoever. And you can see now it has 30, 585 linking websites, 3,000 backlinks. Okay. 1.130. Here's another site with just, literally no authority, very few links. Now it's 30. Here's another one with basically no authority. Now it's 31. 7 and 32, 731, 0.540, 1.432, 1.831, 8 to 32, 5 to 30, 1.4 to 30. I think you get the idea. So, this service really does work. And as I mentioned earlier, it is all manual. So, I've trained my staff to do that, and we've tested it, and, we created accounts, and those links got lost over 30 days. So that got removed from our standard operating procedure. And so we only use accounts that actually stick. So when you order this service, these links are going to stick. Okay, so we're not inflating your domain rating and then it's going to drop off a few days later. This is going to stick. You're going to get an increase in referring domains as well. So, if you're looking to increase the authority of your website, or you want to boost an internal page on your website, then you need to order the Domain Power Booster. I do have some clients that have tested this and now they're ordering in bulk, like 10 or 20 or something like that. So if you are ordering in bulk or would like to order in bulk, I do deals on bulk packages, but you need to be ordering more than 10 to get a deal on a bulk package. Anyway, and the other thing is as you can see here, we've got an affiliate system now, so you may want to go out and recommend to somebody LinkDaddy. You may want to recommend that they order the Domain Power Booster. I have a sliding scale commission. It starts off at 10%. It ends up at 25%. Depending on how many people you refer, but the commissions are for life. So if you refer someone to LinkDaddy and they buy the Domain Power Booster, you're going to earn $34.70. If that person comes back and orders another 10, well then you're going to you're going to earn $347. If they keep ordering and ordering for the next 5-10 years or whatever it is, every time they order, you're going to earn commission. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you've got any questions, send an email to tony@linkdaddy.com and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, well, thanks for watching the video and have a great day.